Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Today I want to share with you one of my absolute favorite recipes of all time. It's one of the hacks in life to always have an arsenal of delicious, nutritious recipes on hand that you make on a regular basis. Just the staples, the backbone of your diet, and the things that just keep you healthy and strong and keep you going. I've gotten quite a few requests for different video topics lately, which is incredible. I love it because I really want to put out content that is helpful and useful to people. And one of them was a request for a hummus tutorial. So that's what I'm doing today. So this one was from Instagram, from a friend of mine actually. His Instagram handle is Immunology. So this one is for you. Thank you for the request. I hope you enjoy it. I expect to see some photos on Instagram of the hummus that you've made after watching this video. So some of you may or may not know, when I became chronically ill, I tried a bunch of different things to get well, and one of the things that was a complete game changer for me was when I switched to a predominantly whole foods, plant-based diet. It really just catapulted me towards health. I really can't believe the changes that I saw. So now, of course, I'm doing a ton of cooking, plant-based cooking, and I've built up a list of staples, things that I make repeatedly that I think are necessary in a healthy vegan diet. Not necessary in that without them you won't be healthy, but just they're tasty, nutritious things that are easy to make and versatile and just make life simpler and more enjoyable when it comes to food. So I'm working on starting up on this channel a playlist that is my healthy vegan staples. So the backbone of what I eat will be up here on this channel. And one of those things is most definitely hummus. I never ate a ton of hummus before I switched to a plant-based diet. I had it occasionally, but I never really thought about it too much. But now I cannot get enough of it, and I use it with everything. And I've played around with so many different flavors. I did not even realize all the different flavors that you can make with hummus. So today I'm going to share my recipe for hummus. It's one that I've tweaked and adapted from a bunch of other ones that are out there, things over time that I've found make it the tastiest, the creamiest, and just overall turn out the best. So I'll show you how to make just your basic hummus, a plain hummus, and then a couple of flavor options as well. There are so many things you can flavor it with, so I'll show you a couple of those today. All right, so here we go, hummus. All right, so you can use canned chickpeas for this and that will work just fine, but I like to cook my own chickpeas. I think if you are up for it, if you have the energy, the time, it's always a good way to go because I think they're a bit healthier, there's no preservatives, and it's cheaper. Just a quick interruption, if you're enjoying this video, if you could smash that like button, I would really appreciate it. Not only does it help me, but it helps get my video into the hands of other people who might also enjoy it and benefit from it as well. So I use an Instant Pot. It's something that is a multi-function appliance if you're not familiar with it. It's got an inner shell that comes out so you can easily clean it, put it in the dishwasher, and it's got a lot of different settings from rice cooker, pressure cooker, slow cooker, saute, I think 11 different things it claims to be able to do. So I just throw in some dry chickpeas. It doesn't matter how many, I don't measure it. That's part of the beauty of this thing. It's really simple. Whatever is left over, I just freeze the cooked chickpeas and keep them for future use. So I dump in the dry chickpeas and then I just fill it up with water. And I put in enough water to cover however many chickpeas are in there by about 2 to 3 inches. So 2 to 3 inch water line above where the chickpeas stop. And then from there, it's got a lid that just pops and locks into place. And then it's got a vent at the back or a knob. So it's either on venting or sealing. So for cooking these, we're gonna want it on the sealing setting. And I use the pressure cook option, and I set the cook time for 45 minutes. All you need to do is set the time, and that is it. You just leave it. It will turn itself on. It will, heat itself up and get ready to go and cook for the 45 minutes and then beep when it's done. So you don't have to make any fancy flavors with your hummus, but I'm going to do 3 different flavor options here just to show you some options. So one of them is roasted red pepper. So I'm going to roast some red peppers. So all I've done is de-seeded and sliced in half some red peppers and put them face down on a parchment paper lined cookie sheet. And then I'm also going to do some roasted garlic hummus. So just remove as much of the outer paper layers as you can, and then slice off the top. And then you're going to take that garlic, put it on a piece of tin foil, and just drizzle a little bit of olive oil over the top. And then just take your fingers and just massage it in. And then all we do with that is wrap the tin foil around it and put it on the baking sheet, and it's ready to go. It's ready to roast. So I can put my bell peppers and my garlic all on the same cookie sheet and just put it all in the oven together. So I've got a couple garlics, a couple bell peppers. We're going to put it in the oven at 450 degrees. We can roast them both at 450 degrees, but the cooking time will be different. So set the timer for 20 minutes, and at 20 minutes, you're going to take everything out and just remove the bell peppers because they're done. They're going to look a bit black and charred, and that is fine. That's exactly what they're supposed to look like because the skin is going to come off, so that's not going to be a problem at all. And then you put the garlic back in the oven for another 20 minutes. So the bell peppers cook for 20 minutes, the garlic cooks for 40 minutes. Now, it helps to steam the peppers when they come out of the oven a bit, just by either putting a bowl over top of them or putting them inside a plastic bag or a paper bag. It just helps those skins loosen up even more and come off more easily. So after they've sat and cooled under the bowl or in a bag for about 20 minutes, then you can take those peppers and just peel off all the skin. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just get as much of the skin off as you can, and there you go. You've got some roasted red peppers. And here is our garlic. And I actually didn't even have to wrap them up separately. They could have both been in the same foil container. So the way I do this is just to squeeze the garlic out with my fingers. If someone has a better way to do this, please tell me. Please put it in the comments below. But this is the best way I know how to do it, is just to push it all out from the best way and the fastest way. It's just to squeeze it all out. It doesn't need to look pretty because we're just going to be blending it up with the hummus anyways. All right, so once our timer is done on the Instant Pot, that 45-minute cook time is done, then what you're going to do is leave it for another 20 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, you're going to flick that switch over to where it says venting. So that's just going to release whatever steam is remaining inside of the pressure cooker. Now, before I do this, because it can make a bit of a mess. It starts sputtering out water and whatnot. So I'll throw a towel over top, and then I'll switch the vent over. And then, oh, it always scares me a little bit. Switch it over, and then the steam starts coming out really fast. And then this will take about 5 minutes once you've switched that vent over. Once it's ready, you'll see that that little red knob has dropped down, and that means that it's safe to open. And there we go. We have our cooked chickpeas. All you need to do is strain them, and they're ready to go. And like I said, you just use what you need for that day, and then I portion the rest out to freeze for later. So here's what we're gonna need for a basic recipe of hummus. All right, so you're gonna need a food processor for this. I did a ton of research before I bought mine, and this one came up as the best. It's just overall functionality and quality and price. So I'll list it in the video description if you're curious, if you're looking for one yourself. I definitely recommend this. And then this is all you need for ingredients for a basic batch of hummus. You're gonna need some tahini. And if you're not familiar with it, it's sesame paste or sesame butter. You can find it in most grocery stores. And then you're just gonna mix that in with your chickpeas, salt, lemon juice, and some cold water. So I'm making a double recipe here. So this is 4 cups of chickpeas. It's 1 cup of tahini. It's 1 tablespoon of salt and the juice of 2 lemons. And then I'm going to mix in once this has started to blend, the water will come in a little bit later. All right, and so simple. Part of what I love about this food processor, all you do is hit the on button and that's it. It goes to work. And then I slowly dribble in that cold water, 2/3 of a cup of cold water, and then I'm gonna just let it sit and let it process for 5 full minutes. I'll set a timer and just walk away from it. And when it's done, after 5 minutes, it's gonna look like this. Now you can do just a plain version, like this is fine, but I'm gonna do one right now with some artichokes. So I'm gonna add in 2 cans of artichokes and then just blend it a little bit more. I'm gonna set it for about another minute to keep blending. And you can also add some olive oil if you like. So I've added in 4 tablespoons of olive oil as well. So just let it blend up for about another minute. And now you've got yourself some artichoke hummus, and it's just really tangy and just has a really nice flavor and is one of my favorites. So a second option I'm doing today is the roasted red pepper hummus. So it's all those same ingredients minus the artichokes. So the chickpeas, the tahini, the salt, the lemon juice, the water, and then we just add in those roasted red peppers that we just made. Blend it all up for 5 minutes, and there you go, roasted red pepper hummus. It is amazing. And then the last one, you guessed it, roasted garlic hummus. Same as all the others, but with the addition of that roasted garlic that we just made. And I think this might be my favorite of all of them. There we go. And like I said, with those extra chickpeas, I just portion them up in 4 cups portions and put them in the freezer, because 4 cups is what I typically use for my recipes. So here's a single recipe if you want to screenshot it and save it for later. It's great with vegetable wraps. You can just chop up a bunch of raw veggies, some avocado, some spinach, some sprouts, get some whole wheat wraps, put your hummus in there, maybe add some quinoa, some banana peppers, some sauerkraut, some nutritional yeast, anything you like really. Put it all together in your wrap and it's amazing. Or you can use it in roasted vegetable sandwiches. This is something I do a lot. I put it on toast. I mix it with like guacamole and sauteed mushrooms and sauerkraut. Or you can just use it as a dip. Here I've got it on some toast with some sauteed spinach and some artichokes and some pomegranate seeds. It really just is incredible with so many different things. It's such a handy thing to keep in your home, and it freezes really well, so you can make large quantities and then just pull it out of the freezer as you need it and have these handy, healthy, quick recipes or quick meals ready to go whenever you need them. And if you have any other food video requests or just video requests in general, you are always welcome to put them in the comments, because I always love hearing what people want to learn more about, and just any feedback on videos, any thoughts at all. I really love hearing from you, so please don't ever hesitate to get in touch. So there you go. There is your hummus tutorial. If you make it, I'd love to know how it turns out. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, gray notification bell so you don't miss future videos, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.